you can access, to the yeah, like this. You can access to the yeah, to your instance in many times, and you can count it, outside to the value, so it keep you the data, the counted, and also you can um, keep it static, those values, right? And also change it. Yeah. Let's continue. um, yeah, we also can talk about the access control for structs. Remember that we have the different kind of ways to access to our data type. And remember, we can use public and private. But here, in another language, you have also protected, and others. But here, specific in Swift, just exists just one access control as a keywords, private. But if you remove private, it means that it's public. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, that's the way as Swift work. And yeah, I recommend you to do this exercise just to fill that information in blank. So just print it. So we were talking about strokes and that are values type. I continue talking about it. And most of the built-ins as a Swift, like a string, are made, and belongs to a value type instead of to be created as a class, as a reference type. We can continue talking about the init. We were talking about init. We were talking about statics and privates, right? So let's talk about methods. We have methods. Functions are great, you know that, but there's even better, and is putting function inside your structs. When a function is inside a struct, it's referenced to as a method. Methods are declared with the same keywords as function, right? And yeah, and that's the way that it's declared. So you have the function that if you want to add it, and no problem. Yeah, let's talk about changing properties using. So we have the function here, and we also have the structs, right? And you have use also the option for mutating, right? We can also set that one in case that you want to mutate the information. And we have a way here that we as we can do the function, we also create the our data type and input this method. And this one, it means that you can put a list of values, right? And put that information, and you can print it, right? And just count it, right? And that's it. Let's talk about computed properties. The computed properties is another way of properties that can run and determine certain and determine their value. So it's a different way as you can work. It's like give help you to how can I say, to remove or avoid extra lines of code. So it's so useful when you use computed properties. So suppose that you have here this value, so you don't know exactly what is the value that you are going to put in there. So you can check, right, if it's some condition here. It is 32. If this condition is true, yeah, the your variable will be initialized in true, right? So it's like give you a very quickly information regarding the value that this variable will be stored, right? It is a great ways to use, right? And I recommend you to use it. And we have also this example more later. We will see how it's worked, right? And we also have the observed later we will talking about of select auction and the set as well. So yeah, here's some example that you can create and play a little bit more with the values that you have. You might even need a wheel set, and yeah, and the set is when the process finish. Here is a get it and set it a computed property. So it's like it's this name better getter and setter is come from Java. Sometimes you need to they call like a pollo. It is a way that you can set value, get values, and also set values from one specific fields. So suppose that you have 5 fields, so you have to create get and setters separate or 2 methods per properties in one specific structs. So it's like I create a lot of code, just to do that. But Swift, it's like it's trying to help you and avoid that kind of things. So you can do like this. You can create your temperature structs and saving that information, and you have your computed properties, and this is how it's works. So suppose that you have these values, right, and you want to know what is the values of it, right, and you put the temperature, and immediately you know the values, because that's why it's called a computed, right, because it do some operation into it to return a value. So you have a struct here, it's called temperature, 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 right, and you have a Celsius, float, 0, bar, range, float, like this, right, and you have also return here, and Celsius, like this. So you are going to save a line of code, right, because let's copy this one and move here. We can remove this one because we already talked about it. So yeah, it's worked, right? So let's here we know that we just specify the temperature as a Celsius, right, and we need to know that information, just like print temperature, give me the temperature now. But if you want to convert that temperature to another, just you type like this, right, in Celsius, and you don't specify in any moment, the just the formula, and pass the value that you have. That's the way it works, right? Yeah. So let's continue. Yeah, that's the way the get and setters work. Yeah, so you can put the value and return it in computed properties. So you can get this one and also set these new values, right? So you can set these values, right, and can give you in Celsius, right, the information that you need. Right, let's do it very quickly. So we have the get and setters, so we put this into get and setters. It's like a duplicate some values, but it works, right? We have here self, right, Celsius. We later talk about self.